update. I have an update, kind of. Not really. In one of my last posts, like a recent one, I bumped up to, I finally broke my stall by bumping up. I've been one of those slow titrators and had great success in the beginning. And then stalled out. Like once I started getting into, I'm on the compounded Tirzepatide. So once I started getting into the 5s and up to 7, I don't even know that I ever went to 7.5, but I went to 7 point, I think got up to 7.25. Had some gut issues. Had to go off of it for a couple weeks, iron things out. Had a little help from my support team, hopped back on. I do like how versatile it is. It's like cool that it's versatile like that. You can just stop taking it. And then when I got back on after being off of it for a couple weeks, and also my stomach was just a mess, I started back like at a lower dose. I think I got back on at like 5. And then I went to 6 the next week, made sure that my tummy was all good, which it was. And I don't know that it was all due to the shot, but some of it probably. And then I got through the holidays, whatever, and the first of the year, I decided to figure out why I was stalling, pay more attention to my food choices. Up to that point, I hadn't really thought about much, just enjoying myself, not being starved all the time, not having cravings all the time, but I wasn't really focusing on losing weight necessarily, just sort of enjoying life and feeling better on the whole. At that point, I think I'd lost about 25 to 28 pounds, and I stalled for several weeks and decided to go ahead and bump up to 8, which was 80 units in an insulin pen, and 8 would be like just over 7.5 of a pre-filled Mounjaro or Zepbound Tirzepatide. That's what I'm on. Compounded so I can dose myself. Anyway, I dosed for 2 weeks. I did 8 for 2 weeks, and I broke my stall, and it gave me such great coverage. Lasted longer. I lost like over 4 pounds in those 2 weeks. And, but I had sort of this above average headache, I'd say, that stuck with me pretty much the whole time, that required Advil or Tylenol, and that helped me. I didn't miss anything, work-wise or going out, or I never felt like I had to take to the bed, but I also don't feel like I want to take Tylenol or Advil all the time either. So I tried splitting my dose to see, because I heard that it has, like, if you have to bump up in higher doses, it helps with avoiding side effects, but also gives you coverage for, like, there's no real break in coverage because while you're staying on a little bit of a lighter dose. Well, it is a lighter dose because you're splitting it in half, but there's higher frequencies. So, I waited well over 72 hours. I think my shot day was on Wednesday. I took a 4 units or 40 units or 4.0, and then waited until my 4th day out of 7 and did another 40 units. Killer coverage, no side effects. I felt how I want to feel, which is feeling the medicine or the peptide, whatever effect of the shot. I like to feel it. I explain it, for me, it feels like this I can almost feel it like in my palate. So I'm on my third dose of 4. Today's my regular shot day, Wednesday, and I took another 4 today, and then on Saturday, later in the afternoon or Sunday, I'll take another 4. And I'm probably going to have to keep doing that now because I have to go off of it for a couple weeks coming up soon, probably after next week to, I've got a colonoscopy, so you got to go off of it for a couple weeks before that procedure. So, and then when I come back on, I don't know that I'm going to split my dose anymore because while it gave me killer coverage, I mean, as far as food noise and feeling that I also think the vitamin B probably, I'm guessing, but mine has a vitamin B3 component to it. Again, I don't know what the difference is between 6 and 3 and 6 and 12. Mine's a vitamin B6, I'm sorry. Or maybe it is a 3. I can't remember. I don't know what the difference is between all the vitamin Bs. So I'll have to look that up again. But it gives me a little boost of energy, but not like in a speed kind of a way, just like a overall, helps you from feeling too tired. It probably helps with other side effects too. And I quite enjoy that. So to have that little pop like a couple times a week, I just felt good. So, but I didn't move the needle. In fact, I gained a pound back. But probably not because I changed my diet so much. I felt like I was in a deficit most of the time in a like mild kind of a way. But I think when you lose a string of pounds in a quicker amount of time, your body just calibrates. So I think that was sort of my calibration, if you will. So now I'm on my second week of split dosing. So I'll be able to tell in another week or two if I'm able to continue kind of moving the needle down because I still have like 30 pounds to go. So, while it has other health benefits that my body seems to be responding to on the positive, it's also pricey. And as you move up in doses, you're going through your stash quicker and having to refill more often and spending more money doing it. So 2 theories is, you can kind of go start at a lower dose and see what you respond to. And whenever you're losing, just stay on that as long as you can before you move up. But now that I know what I know, I think I would have bumped my dose up a little bit more sooner. Because I'm sort of like in the situation where I'm used to the medicine, I'm like more desensitized to it now. And this probably isn't the right term because I don't want to piss anybody off or use, what are those words called? Like trigger words for people who, might have like EDs. I understand all of that, but I do feel like you have to have like a little bit of shock and awe to, like, if you just want to get the weight off, the unhealthy weight off, and then so you can get to balance. So, but then you might be dealing with more side effects, and I think that's what I've been kind of like trying to steer away from because I just don't have time to take to the bed, and I don't want to be complaining about it at work or to anybody, not even myself. So I'm kind of rethinking that a little bit, and I'll see how I feel. But now that I've kind of tried this split dosing, I'm going to hang with it for a while, and I'll have a better gauge after next week, and then I'll have to go off of it for 2 weeks. And then when I come back, it'll be kind of like a reset for me, and I can either continue with the split dose, or I might just go start, I don't know, wherever my doctor tells me I should start based on where I am, and then bump bump up. So, like I said, there's some people that I know, good friends of mine, who we've, stayed connected through our journeys and kind of swapped stories. They, the ones who just went kind of like kept their dosing schedule that aligned with the Surmount study, they have lost weight leaps and bounds faster than I have, to the point where they're almost done. But they didn't have as much to lose as I did either. So I probably had 20 to 30 pounds more than them to lose. So there you have it. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to cozy up with my little furry friend Jax and try to get a good night's sleep. I will say with the splitting dose, I don't know if it was maybe had something to do with the vitamin B or this extra little energy during the day. I felt like, well energized, but even without that much sleep, I have my latest side effect is insomnia. Everything else is ironed out. My headache is under control. I don't have any belly issues. My skin was very sensitive when I did the 8-shot, the 80 units. It lasted longer, so I don't have that anymore. Now I seem to have insomnia, so hopefully tonight I'll get to sleep well. TBD. All right, have a good night, y'all. Bye.